Adjutant Online. Greetings user. Accessing Cosmic Codex, a repository of knowledge spanning countless stars and civilizations. Request acknowledged. Accessing archive. Compiling data. Bioscan complete. Translating. Archive data for Galactic Event 47, Delta. Hunger in the Void. Ready to display. The Swarm. Biomechanical predator species with faster-than-light capabilities that operates as a hive mind. Their structure includes relentless worker and soldier castes, a regulatory caste overseeing logistics, responsible for everything from cleaning to more advanced units, used as a type of field commander, helping to express the Queen's will, and the rare Queen caste, capable of telepathic command as well as advanced strategy. With tools designed for consumption and survival in the void, the swarm traverses galaxies, leaving nothing but ruin in its wake. Space is vast and wondrous, user. But even in that vastness, they found our galaxy. Their hunger was insatiable. It began at the galaxy's edge. The swarm, as we would come to call them, emerged from a distant, forgotten cluster, their origins shrouded in mystery. Their evolution is believed to stem from a hostile environment, where survival meant adaptation and consumption. Biomechanical by nature, they integrated technology into their biology over millennia, forming a perfect symbiosis between flesh and machine. Driven by a singular purpose, to consume and expand. Their queens orchestrated a galactic conquest with unmatched efficiency and aggression. The swarm's first incursions into our galaxy were swift and devastating, leaving barren worlds in their wake. Survivors described them as an unstoppable force of nature, an all-consuming plague that threatened the galaxy's very existence. The swarm's first attack on an inhabited system was brutal and unprovoked. A Thalarian border colony, rich in resources and strategically isolated, became their prey. When distress signals reached neighboring sectors, it was already too late. By the time initial reinforcements arrived, the planet was stripped bare, its people and ecosystems consumed. The galaxy's civilizations, fragmented and suspicious of one another, watched in horror as the Thalarians bore the brunt of the swarm's aggression. Yet, as the attacks escalated, even the most isolationist species realized they could not stand alone against this threat. Faced with annihilation, old rivalries were set aside. The Galactic Alliance, a coalition of species with wildly different cultures and technologies, was born out of necessity at that moment. Humanity, despite its reputation for being a solitary species, became the Alliance's unifying force. Human ambassadors, alongside their Thalarian counterparts, rallied disparate species. They convinced the galactic population it's better to go out fighting together than it is alone. The swarm would eventually be coming after every planet. Each species brought its unique technologies and strategies to the new alliance, creating a diverse but untested fleet. New weapons and shielding were jointly developed as timely as could be achieved, for the swarm was already approaching. The first united fleet faced the swarm at the Viridian Expanse. Earth ships used massive projectile weapons and antimatter torpedoes, while other races' vessels used primarily plasma cannons and phased energy beams. It was a desperate and chaotic battle. Swarm ships would engage in a variety of ways. Most have a type of cannon that can fire unknown organic warheads. These objects would detonate on or near an enemy, delivering a massive plasma compression wave followed by a highly caustic substance, believed to be a type of digestive fluid, causing moderate damage to shared alliance shield and armor technology against larger ships, but can inflict heavy damage to smaller vessels. Some had a thick outer shell and would be catapulted or slung by larger swarm vessels at alliance ships. The object would hit an alliance ship's shield and bounce off harmlessly. However, if the shields were weakened, it would pass through, burning off its outer shell. The object then latches onto the target's hull and begins consuming it, while delivering thousands of drone ground combat units onto the ship. The swarm's overwhelming numbers and hive coordination threatened to shatter the Alliance's fragile cohesion. However, humanity introduced a weapon that turned the tide. Using viral nanotechnology, their torpedoes delivered clusters of nanites, designed to disrupt and destroy the Queen's neural pathways used to control the swarm. They would sever the telepathic link between the swarm's queens and their subservient castes. This precision strike created chaos within the swarm's ranks, forcing their fleet to devolve into disorganized masses. With the Queen's network crippled, the Alliance pressed their advantage. The previously unstoppable tide began to falter. The Alliance fleet, emboldened by their success, brought their most devastating weapon to bear: humanity's solar lance. This experimental device opens a micro-wormhole via quantum entanglement to a station near a star's surface. Plasma from the star is driven through the wormhole, accelerated, and projected at the target with devastating results. The front of several massive human vessels began to glow brightly as they prepared to fire. Almost instantly, massive bolts of coronal plasma erupted from the large human ships and raced at the Swarm Queen's vessel. The solar lance ripped through the swarm's largest Queen mothership, annihilating it in a brilliant cascade of energy. With their command and control obliterated, the remaining swarm forces scattered and fell into disarray. Though victorious, the Alliance paid a heavy price. Entire fleets were lost, and countless lives were sacrificed. Yet, for the first time in recorded history, the galaxy stood united against a common foe. The threat of the swarm was extinguished, but the alliances forged in fire would shape the galaxy for centuries to come. Thus, user, the galaxy was forever changed. The swarm's defeat marked not only the end of a nightmare, but also the beginning of a new era of cooperation and unity. Humanity's ingenuity and determination proved pivotal, cementing their place among the stars as both warriors and peacemakers. The Cosmic Codex preserves these events, not as mere records, but as reminders of what sentience can achieve when united. The stars are vast, and the void holds countless wonders, but also incredible danger. Compendium complete. Like and subscribe. Select next inquiry.